Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is our first training outing for 2025. Pablo and I are putting all the hard work we've done with our coach, Ben Netterfield, to the test. The focus? Straightness, and managing Pab's left drift and breaking my unruly right hand habit. So let's dive in. Over the past few months, we've been honing our straightness skills on approach, over the jump and on landing. It's all about maintaining rhythm, staying in the flow and finding that balance where I'm effective and Pabs is responsive. Did I mention the gale force winds? Summer or not, the conditions were tough. Pabs was super sensitive and spooky, which meant lots of reassurance and calm riding to settle him down. Our goals today were clear. Handle Pab's left drift using counter bend aids while keeping rhythm and stride control, and get a grip on my right hand habit by using my aids effectively. Now, Pab's left drift comes out when he's unbalanced. He'll lift his head above the bit to find his balance, especially in the canter, which throws off our rhythm and connection. On the other hand, my right hand, it's like a reflex when I doubt a stride. It shoots back, unbalancing Pabs and creating a chip stride or a run out. Tackling both habits together, definitely a challenge. We planned to jump 2 rounds, one at 90 and the other at a metre, but given the conditions, I opted for 2 rounds at 90. It felt like the right call for this first outing of the year. This was a training day after all, so I wanted to keep it enjoyable for both of us. Round 1 felt promising. Pabs was fresh in the warm-up, but settled nicely once we started. Our canter was forward and bouncy, which gave me confidence. But reviewing the footage, I saw that it could have been a bit more engaged to support him better at the jumps. It's one of those moments where you think you're going faster than you are. What I thought I was doing didn't always match up with what was actually happening. Pabs' left shoulder was still drifting out and his head was still tipping to the right. The culprit, my right dominant hand, pulling right and essentially opening the door for Pabs to drift. In saying that, we did manage to get our striding through most of the lines. The second round was a turning point. I stayed tall, kept my leg on and rode Pabs forward, focusing on straightness into each fence. To fix Pabs' left drift, I had to focus on activating counter bend aids, using my left leg in front of the girth and my left rein to hold him on the line. Once I shifted my focus to the feel of the movement rather than the actions, things started to click. By activating my counter bend aids and allowing my body to follow without tension, Pabs become more rideable. He could engage his hind legs and power up and over the fences. Going with the flow allowed us to have a more engaged and seamless second round. Even though we reached the fences from various distances, we were able to manage our habits and hold our rhythm, line and connection over the course. This was a great way to finish the day. Most importantly, I tackled my habit of holding him back with my hands. I stayed out of his way, kept my hands stiller and let him take the contact and travel to the fence. And the difference! He felt happier, more confident and more willing to work with me. And yes, we were deep. Were the rounds perfect? Not at all. But they highlighted how far we've come. I stayed focused, kept self-doubt in check and felt more in control of my emotions. And Pabs, he enjoyed himself, which is the biggest win of all. So, what were the key takeaways? Trust the training. Pabs and I are ready for more. Trusting him and myself makes all the difference. Celebrate the wins. Progress isn't about perfection. It's about those small steps forward, and today was full of them. And go with the flow. When I stopped micromanaging every stride, Pabs became a different horse. Together, we found our rhythm. And that's that. Thanks for coming along on this journey. It's these aha moments that remind me why I love this sport. I'm learning to trust myself and Pabs, and enjoying the ride. I'll see you in the next one.